News audience on X. Listen, this is such an exciting thing. I know it's halftime on the big game, and we have such a breaking story for you. We've got Joe Biden here for his halftime interview. You thought he wasn't going to do it. Really, he just wanted to do it on Fox. So let's see if we can bring him in straight from the White House. There he is, Mr. President. How are you?
Hey. Was it? Oh, Johnny Joe? Johnny, this is Johnny Joe. I've seen you on that show.
Yeah,
they're not nice to me on that show. They're always, let's go, Brandon, all that kind of stuff. But I'm looking at the socials media, and here's the deal. Like, these questions, they're coming fast and hard. I got plenty of answers for all your questions. So I'm looking at them coming up on the screen here. They're coming on the thing. And all right, do you have the stamina? Do you have the stamina for the upcoming campaign? What are you talking about? Of course I got the stamina. I wake up at the crack of dawn every day, and I go to bed about 4 in the afternoon. But in those hours, I'm firing on all cylinders, Buster. Hey, Johnny, do you got any questions coming up on the screen there?
Yes, Mr. President. Thank you so much for this opportunity. We have Barb Jones here. Love that name. So my grandmother's name. She has a really important question, and it is, do you know what your name is?
What do you still know what my name is?
Yes,
Get out of my face, Barack. No, not Barack. Chris, it's Joe Biden. You know what? I know you're trying to horse around with me. You think it's funny? You're picking on a guy?
Not at all. Not at all.
But Joe Biden, President Joe Biden. Next question.
Okay, this is another hard-hitting question. What is Jill Biden's first name?
Doctor. Next question.
Mr. Biden, this is one that the press corps has really come to you a lot with lately, and we haven't heard this answer in a while. What is your favorite ice cream?
Oh, I like vanilla. I like chocolate. I like Hispanic. I like Asian. I like.
Mr. President, I think maybe we should move on from this one. Mr. President, this is a really important question. There's a big game right now. It's the Super Bowl. What team do you think is going to win this game?
Well, you look, it could go either way. What's the phrase? Any given Sunday, right? They used to say that around the pool when I was working. I was the only all black. I was the only all white lifeguard in an all black pool in Spanish Harlem, and they would say any given Sunday. What was the question?
Who do you think will win the Super Bowl tonight?
I told you I'm a Navy man. All right.
That's right.
All right. So, but so in the second half, they're going to come back and they're going to take down those Chiefs.
The Navy will take down the Chiefs. I like that. I like the Navy. Here's a really important question. We've seen about your son's laptop, Hunter Biden's laptop, and it's been a tough story for you. But the Americans, we want to know: are you the big guy?
Well, I mean, in many ways, I don't mind being called a big guy, but I don't know much about that laptop. They use all different nicknames and all this kind of stuff for it. So, I'm assuming the question is about the laptop's got a 256K memory. I got more than that. I got the 1.2 gigabyte upgrade. Look, Hunter's my son. I love him to death. And I know he engaged in a lot of, I told you I get up at the crack of dawn. Well, he get up at the dawn of crack, and it's bad. It's not good. But I'll tell you this right now: nobody did anything wrong. Okay, next question.
Mr. President, you're old. You're 81. You said that you are a well-intended elderly man, but you told our Peter Ducey that your memory is so good that you're letting him speak. And I just would love for you to elaborate on that and explain what you meant by that.
All right. What I'm saying is this kid's always horsing around with me, and I don't like him. But I said, when I think of him, my memory, I should have known enough not to let him ask a question. Look, my memory's fine. All right. I can remember every detail. I told you I was at the pool, right? I took down Corn Pop with a shot between the eyes. And now, how could I remember Corn Pop so well if I got a bad memory, right? And I used to live in a 2-story farm on the 3rd floor, and we had an old phrase around there: people in glass houses shouldn't teach a dog new tricks. All right, next question.
Speaking of dogs, we have a great question here from Salty Dog. Salty Dog wants to know, why is it that your dogs keep biting people, especially the Secret Service?
Well, they these guys are a pain in the you know what. These guys sometimes, the dog didn't have a. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not very good with animals. Right?
Yeah, I feel your pain. Listen, this week PETA came out and said that there's this 10 commandments for how we should treat animals. Part of it was that we shouldn't eat animals. As president of the United States, do you think we should eat meat?
Is it a real question, Joey Jones? Are you asking these off the top of your head, or are actual real people coming in there and asking questions like that?
It's an important question that the American people want to know about.
I like pita. I like a gyro on a pita. I like sometimes I make a little just a cold cut in a pita. I feel like it's healthier if you eat a pita. It's lighter, right? You put it in there. We used to call it Syrian bread back when I was a kid.
I understand. Deployed to Iraq, I enjoyed the bread. I don't know that was the PETA I was asking you about, but I appreciate your answer. We're going to move on. Listen, Mr. President, this is an important one. I think you need all the time in the world to explain it. Michael Worth wants to know, what exactly makes MAGA Republicans so evil?
Look, it's not even the MAGA Republicans. It's extreme MAGA Republicans. Didn't you hear me what I'm saying? The people on January 6th, right? And people who are in the Charlottesville. I remember when they were talking and the veins coming out of their head, and they had the tiki torches. All of those people, and then all the people who voted for Orange Man Bad, right? And everybody who didn't vote for me, and even the ones if you're African American and you voted for the Orange Man Bad, you ain't black.
Okay, Mr. President, I don't know that that's all that appropriate, but thank you for answering the question. This is a really good question. This is coming from Michael Rain. He asked, I'm going to rephrase this so we can condense it here. Since you have such a talent for interacting with dead people, do you think after your presidency, maybe you could do a TV show or something with clairvoyance and kind of take that talent on the road?
I don't even need a clairvoyance. I don't need to clair anybody. I can tell you this. I know you're a wise guy, and you're probably one of the guys who's chanted, let's go Brandon, all that stuff. But I talk to world leaders every day, all right? I talk to people like Fidel Castro. I talk to Joseph Stalin. And, and then I have advisors, so I'm thinking of bringing on guys like Henry Kissinger and everybody else. And El Sisi, the head of Mexico there. But, this is going forward. We're going to have a lot of strong relationships with these characters.
Yeah, I agree. This is an important question. This really hits at the heart. You're blue collar Joe, riding the train Joe, Scranton Joe. You're a blue collar man. And this is from Salty Dog. Again, I don't know how they got a chance to ask 2 questions, but they're just really good questions. Salty Dog wants to know, will you bring back incandescent light bulbs?
I mean, I think I would consider this kind of thing, bringing back the light bulbs. He's right. I'm, I am Amtrak Joe, right? I'm Amtrak Joe, and that's why you don't have to worry about me. People say, that special counsel, that wise guy, he says, elderly man or bad memory. I told him, I don't got a bad memory. Sometimes I lose my train of thought, but I'm Amtrak Joe. I lose my train of thought. I just wait 5 minutes, another train comes along, right?
I like that. Another train comes along. That might be that might be good for your campaign. Just wait 5 minutes and another train comes along. Okay, Bridget wants to know, this is important. I think it's important to know how much time you're putting on the job. Bridget would like to know about how many naps you take a day on average.
I only take one nap a day. All right. One nap a day. I wake up at crack of dawn. I go to bed at 4:30 in the afternoon, and I sleep like a baby until the next morning. One long nap. And I'll tell you something. You know when excuse me. You know when my most productive moment of the day is? In my dreams. In my dreams, it's like the old days, man. I'm getting things done. I'm running a 100-yard dash. So God bless it. I like a long nap. Next question.
Ruth wants to know what will be your campaign song in the general election.
Oh, the campaign song. We all need one of those, right? Well, probably, you just gotta keep the focus on Orange Man Bad, right? But, I would say, let's go with, I'm biding my time. No, that's not it. You know what I got to do? I'm going to bring in my secrets, excuse me. I'm bringing in my secret weapon. All right. Taylor Swift. She's going to campaign for old Joe. And I'm going to have her doing all her hits. I'm not that innocent, right? Yeah, she can do all of them. I'm a genie in a bottle, baby, right? She can do them all. So Taylor's my gal, and I'd say that that's gonna be my that'll be my theme song. I'm not that innocent.
I like that song. Here's another question from someone writing in wanting to know. There's this guy, Tom Shalhoub. He's on Fox News. He's really funny, really smart. And I don't know if you know this, but he's done impersonations of you on the Greg Gutfeld show, the #1 show, and in the evening and prime time or at nighttime. Do you know about Tom Shalhoub? And if you do, what do you think about him?
I don't like him. I don't like him. I don't like him. And I don't like that guy, Greg Gutfeld. I don't like any of those people. All right. They're not nice to me. That's why. Right. They're not nice to me. I know they like Orange Man Bad. I know they're always saying, let's go Brand and all this other stuff. Right. And while we're at it, Johnny Joey Jones, I don't cotton to you either. All right. Next one.
Well, that was my next question. What do you think about the Fox News guy, Johnny Joey Jones? I heard that he's a pretty good dude.
Listen, I know he's a patriotic. Excuse me. I know he's a patriotic American, and he served his country, right? But enough of the MAGA. Enough of that. Enough of that MAGA nonsense too. And listen. I got it on good authority. His accent's fake. He doesn't talk like that. Excuse me. Oh, I'm getting tired here. Enough of these questions. This is supposed to be 3 minutes long.
Okay, Mr. President, we'll wrap this up. Listen, we're going to get back. There's a football game. I don't know what you have going on in the White House, but at 10 p.m., you should probably tune into Fox News. Some of this interview may air on Fox News around 10 p.m. tonight. By then, we'll know who won the game, and you'll probably sound asleep.
Listen, I ain't gonna tune into your dumb network, and I'll say next time I'm gonna do my interview with Scott Pelley. That guy, he strokes me nice and soft. I haven't been stroked that soft since I was the only white lab at an all black lab kennel.
Mr. President, I think it's best we go ahead and stop talking about stroking and just go ahead and end the stream. Thanks, everyone, for your questions. Hard-hitting questions. Mr. President, good night.
Good night. Good night. Sleep tight and pleasant dreams to you. Here's a wish and a care that all your dreams come true.